get stronger, physically better. Right. This distance from here to here is 5 meters. So what's the circumference of the circle? What's that? 31.7. It's big. If you did, it's 10 meters across, so it's times by pi, 31 meters. If I got you to do 31 meters of this bound, this would be tough. So this is a fantastic way of teaching plyometrics, because why am I want to be strong in a plate line when I have to actually be strong on curve? Now, I don't want to be strong on one side. I want to be strong on both sides. So again, hit it there. Try to accelerate through there, so it gives you more energy. So what I want Jules to do now is really concentrate on accelerating into the high position. Okay, are you ready? So it's pulling. Now I want you to accelerate, lose height, and it's faster. Now gain height, and up, and up, and up. Right, what we want is that right foot out in front of her rather than here. So physically, she has to be at another level to get this leg here. It's not her takeoff leg, by the way. And if the circle was bigger, it'd be easier, because this circle was probably too shallow for her. So if you have a boy who's 6'6", 2 meters, their circle needs to be different to a girl who's 179 or 178. I assure you, you can't do the same circle, because there's a different leg length and lever length. It's massively important. 3, 2, 1, please. You copy that, all right? You sure? Okay, so Jules is now doing a 3, 2, 1, which is going to be right, left, right on this side. And this is all about the penultimate stride. Boom, boom, rather than the takeoff. Boom, 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 boom. Right, we're trying to reinforce movement. It doesn't have to be perfectly technical. It has to be pretty good. But if we make this small and make it technically small, and we work on small detail, we repeat this movement many, many times in a circle. Have you caught your breath enough to go the other way? Okay, what we're going to go through is get your left foot out in front of you even further. Okay, so what I want from Jules is as she takes off, I don't want this position on her left side, I want this position, but I want to see this from her right side. There, there. If I work through my big toe, look how I lift my leg. If I don't work through my big toe, my leg doesn't lift. It's called anatomy. Let's use it effectively. If I chop off your big toe, you won't be able to walk. If I chop off your baby toe, you'll be fine. Have you got an axe? Let's test it. So your big toe, we know, is massively important, like your thumb. So if you let your movement come through your big toe, that's why you have this bit of foot here. The geniuses at Adidas put this here, because they know that this is connected through here. Your big toe is the last movement, and when we do that, we have an automatic physical chain. Automatic. It happens instinctively through luck rather than design, in my opinion, because I don't believe in God. Right. We're working on right, left, please, Jules. Boom, boom, boom. Right on. Boom, boom, boom. Right on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's it. Right? So we can reinforce. So this drill, so you saw the guys on this video doing this movement in a curve. Now they were doing this movement in a curve after they did 6, 7 weeks, 3 times a week of this. So we do this drill. We go running drills, day off, high jump drills, day off, running drills. We train 3 days training, 1 day rest. If God, it was good enough for Aston, that's great, but it wasn't good enough for me. Okay? 3 days, 1 day, 3 days, 1 day. It's the most complicated way of training an athlete, because you never have time to have social. I have no social life, but luckily my wife is one of the athletes I coach, so my social life is there. But also, up to 2016, I'm happy. I can dedicate this much of my life to having an uncomfortable life. The rest, I'll have a nice life. Because I believe that. And then in the summer, we do 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 1 day. And then when we compete, we go 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. Because rest gives you spring. Rest gives you spring. I do my preparation squat before I go to the call room, which I wait for 45 minutes before I go outside for 45 minutes. Any benefit is wasted. That has an effect for 45 minutes, maximum. All research shows that. But yet I still see... Those guys never win the competition, by the way. Never. in my experience, ever. Okay, so we have lots of interesting things we work on. We're now going to go into some abdominal, please, because I don't want to do too much more. Yeah, can you do a cartwheel? Right, you saw some of the gymnastics on the bed. Okay, now I want to try to get Jules to learn body control, so we're going to go along this white line, and we're going to try to do 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1. She used to be able to do 3. 1. Perfect cartwheel, and then Jules, you're going to go back the other way. Can you come a little bit closer? Oh, can you do it then? Okay. Good luck. Best of British. We want to be on the line. Perfectly. Nearly on the line. Right now. That's great. Now we go the other way. Is that the right way? You can do it the same way or different? Other way. Yeah, the other way. 3, 2, 1. That's British. Go on then. Keep it flowing.
I can't on this side. What's the difference?
Right, now, that is a practice drill. When Jules got better at that, she got better at high jumping. Because that is the sense of flow. It's all connected. All I'm saying to you, this is a metaphor for movement. Has very little application for the technique of high jump, but it has a massive application for continuous movement. If you use your body tall and make your body long on the floor, you make your body long at plant. You make your body, you know how to use your body. So the more we can use our body in more complicated ways, let's make everything in training more complicated than high jump, then high jump's easy. And plus somebody once said to me, he said, Fuzz, you have too much faith in coaches. And I wanted to, and he said, you know what? I would like to be a rocket scientist, but I'm never going to be a rocket scientist. And I laughed. This isn't rocket science. This is bloody high jump. This is simple. This is running. This is jumping. We can make it as complicated as rocket science, or we'll make it simple. If you make it complicated, you push people who are insecure away. Our sport is going down. We need to lift our sport and bring people into our sport, not push them away. Later, we can give them more science. We can give them more things. We need to make our sport fun, and we need to make our sport accessible in Europe. Otherwise, our sport will die. And this is our sport. Track and field is European. Okay, and it's massive. It's very important to me to feel that when we spend this time talking to coaches, we spend this time talking to coaches about being open with each other more. It's 5 to 12. I have to say thank you very much to Julie. Thank you, Julie. But we're going to do some abdominals. But I don't want to do anything too more hectic, even though, because I don't want to go complicated, because if I go complicated, you'll go and do it. And I don't want to do complicated. I don't want to do that. No. So therefore, if we do the rest of our body, so I'm saying thank you to Julie for helping us on all this. Now you can have a rest, but her abdominals need to work. Okay, I know people, big people, who can't do this. Do a slow sit up. Who cannot do this. Okay. I know some seriously big, strong, massive muscle people who cannot do that movement. For me, it's not how many